Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so yeah, this time I will explain about the story of the migration Rasulullah to Medina. So yeah, let's get started. So this is a Sirah, the story of Islam, and then let's go to the next slide. The first slide. Okay. So first of all, first thing first, the story began when Allah ordered the Rasulullah to migrate to Medina. The migration of the Prophet Muhammad SAW from Makkah to Yathrib became an important milestone in Islamic history. In that migration, the Prophet and his beloved friend Abu Bakr as-Siddiq traveled hundreds of kilometers, including surviving 3 days in the cave of Sur, a place that would later change its name to Medina. In the years leading up to the Hijrah, Muhammad lost his beloved wife, Khadijah, followed by the death of his uncle and protector, Abu Talib. The Meccans were more and more open in attacking the Prophet. Meanwhile, in Yathrib, the old Medina names the once dominant tribe, the Bani Qaila, split into two hostile factions. The Aus and the Khazraj, they had just experienced the Battle of Uhud, the fourth largest civil war in conflict, which claimed more victims in the summer of 1620. 6 people from the Khazraj tribe came to Mecca for pilgrimage. They are temporarily living in Aqaba. It was there that these people met Muhammad. The Prophet didn't know them, but these people had heard about him and his prophet. When the Prophet delivered teachings, they immediately exit. These people from the Khazraj tribe said, "We have left our people because they were torn apart by evil and envy. If Allah unites them because of you, the none is more honorable than you." The enlightenment experienced by the 6 people became the beginning of change. The following summer, in the 621 Hijriah calendar, there were 12 people from Yathrib who returned to Aqaba, including 2 from the Aus tribe. They then pledged allegiance to Prophet, known as the First Alliance of Aqaba. In response, the Prophet sent Mus'abah bin Umair to Yathrib to teach these people how to pray and recite the Quran. The teachings of Islam are attracting more and more people. In 922 Hijriah calendar, in Aqaba there was a delegation of 73 men and 2 women under the light of the moon. The second Bait Aqabah took place. The move to Yathrib was just a matter of time. That summer took place. The move to Yathrib was just a matter of time. That summer of 922 calendars. The Muslims of Mecca secretly began to migrate to Yathrib individually or in small groups. Gradually, everyone was the household of the Prophet and Abu Bakr. The Meccans planned to end Muhammad's life as soon as possible. They began to worry about the new power of Islam being formed in Yathrib. A plan was drawn up. Each tribe put forward an armed young man. The goal was to kill the Prophet together. In that way, Banu Abdul Manaf could not fight all the tribes in revenge. Moreover, the ransom of blood spilled in that night, and which would be shared. So, in the first slide, it shows after the Prophet preached in the Mecca, Allah ordered the Prophet and the Muslims to migrate to Medina to preach Islam dawah. And at the night at the Rasulullah's house, he was surrounded by the polytechs. So like that. Okay, next slide. Okay. So 3 nights in Sur cave. So after Rasulullah and Abu Bakar and his encourage has journey has traveled to Medina, they arrived to capture Abu Bakar to protect Rasulullah from the dangers in the capsule. That was in the day one. Then in the next day, in the day two, the second night, Abdullah bin Abu Bakar returned to Mecca. Abdullah bin Abu Bakar is a child of the Abu Bakar, and Amir Mahawira was assigned to her goats. And in the day three, the Quraysh had arrived at the mouth of the Quraysh. The Quraysh had arrived at the mouth of the Sur cave, but they don't see Abu Bakar and Rasulullah in the Sur cave because Allah was there. Allah was with them. So Allah protect Abu Bakar and Rasulullah SAW in the Sur cave. Okay, and then after they are safe, after Quraysh wasn't try to kill and chase Rasulullah, then Rasulullah and his entourage were continue his journey to Medina, and he was suddenly, he was called a person that named Abdullah bin Uraikid al-Laitsi, and Abdullah were guided by Rasulullah. Rasulullah and his entourage were guided by Abdullah bin Uraikid al-Laitsi to go to Medina. So Abdullah bin Uraikid al-Laitsi is guiding Rasulullah and his entourage to go to Medina, but he was guiding them with a different way, with another way. And then Rasulullah and his entourage, when the time Rasulullah and the entourage journey to Medina, he found a tent of Ummu Ma'bad. So he and his entourage decide to rest in the tent of Ummu Ma'bad. And Rasulullah and the entourage, Rasulullah and the entourage was go forest like such as drink or eat or take another items like that. Okay, so after that, Suraqah bin Malik bin Yusum al-Mudliji tried to catch Rasulullah. So when Rasulullah and his entourage let's continue again after he was rest in the Ummu Ma'bad, then he was continue his journey, and then someone was trying to catch Rasulullah because he want money as he can. He want money if he can. If he can reach Rasulullah, then yes, he can get money from the Quraysh, from the kaum Quraysh. So Suraqah bin Malik bin Yusum al-Mudliji decided to catch Rasulullah. And when he was about to catch Rasulullah, the horse that Suraqah was riding was suddenly asleep. Yes, suddenly asleep. And again, when Suraqah tried to chase him again, the horse fell back until finally Suraqah asked him to write a letter of peace. So Rasulullah and Suraqah was a letter of peace. And then after that, the next slide, when Rasulullah arrived in Medina. Rasulullah met with Buraidah bin al-Hasib al-Aslami along with 70 of his people. And at their first meeting, Buraidah and his people declared their conversion to Islam. So Rasulullah was arrived in the Medina, and then some people in the Medina was want to declare their conversion to Islam. So it's like that. Okay, so thank you. It's like that of my story about the story of Islam immigration of the Rasulullah to Medina. So sorry if I have any mistakes. And selesai. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.